Now we're going to take a little break from the speeches. I'd like to call our good friend Neeraj Goyal. Where is Neeraj? There he is. And Neeraj will entertain us with his words.
I'm finding it difficult to follow all that, like so serious, because I'm not going to be serious. Give me 1 sec. All right. So are you guys a fun crowd? I hope so. I hope so. And even when, I'm not being funny, please laugh. Okay. I want to first of all want to make an announcement. And that announcement is that this is a big fat gay Hindu wedding. Okay? I want to make that very clear because I feel like some of you are still under the impression that the bride is going to be coming through those doors any minute now. Some of you are looking at your watches going, "Are bride kab aayegi?" No, she's not coming. She's not coming. She's washing her hair tonight. She's watching the Oprah Winfrey Network. She's got her feet up. She's not coming. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, oh, hi guys. Now that we got that out of the way, grief counselors are standing by outside, just in case you need it. Okay, but seriously, I sort of see this whole gay Hindu wedding thing as like we're all a bunch of tourists, right? I mean, if you're gay, then you're going to need a Hindu tour guide. And if you're Hindu, then you're going to need like a gay tour guide. And if you're straight and white, then I guess you're kind of screwed. I don't know. All right. So, this is a historic occasion. It's historic. It's historic. Many of you would have paid to come here just to see what's going on. You would have paid. And when you leave tonight, I know that you're going to be calling your best friend and saying, what did you do tonight? Oh, you saw Om Shanti Om for the 10th time. Oh, yeah. I went to my first gay Hindu wedding. Yeah. They had Jaymala too. And Fere too. Right. So, I don't know. And my own parents were having a major anxiety attack about whether they were going to get invited. It was back in, you guys know this story, I was back in February, and I was home on a Sunday, and I was having lunch, like, visiting my folks, good Indian boy, all that sort of stuff. And, by the way, they're just over there. They're here, yeah. So, I was visiting my parents, and my mom said, "So, are we going to get invited or not?" And I said, "I don't know if you're going to get invited. It's, it's a small hall. They may not be able to accommodate everybody, I don't know." And my dad comes in and he goes, "Do you know how long we've known Vijay and Sushma? We've known them for 30 years. Okay? If we don't get invited, it's going to be very bad." And I said, really, you really need to go. You really need to go to your friend's son's gay wedding. Really, you have to go. And my dad said, "It doesn't matter if it's a gay or not a gay, okay? I will call Vijay up right now, and I will say to him, we are going to bring our own lawn chairs, and we'll put them here in the reception hall if we don't get invited, okay? Because that is the kind of classy family that I come from. I'm very classy, very classy. Okay. All right, now, there's so much that I have to get through. Okay, so I know that, the whole gay thing is kind of in your consciousness now, right? And you're probably looking around going, who else here is gay, right? I know, come on, let's be honest. So, oh, by the way, I don't know why Indian people say, like, a gay, or the gay. It's not, gay is not a noun, it's an adjective. Okay. So, anyways, so there are 3 things that I've learned from a couple of uncles and aunties about how you can tell. So the first thing is that they have a very, very good sense of decorating from a very young age. Okay. Number 2. I'm glad you guys are laughing. Number 2, they have a little bit different fashion sense. Jeans are a little bit tighter. Shirt is a little bit tighter. Okay? And number 3, they have a little bit different mannerisms. A little bit different. Okay, I didn't get a laugh on that. Okay. So, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. So, I was also, when I was preparing this speech, I was interviewing Uncle, and he told me that he thought that his grandfather's brother was also gay. And I said, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. It's a fact, right? So I said, how did you know? And he goes, number 1, he never got married. Number 2, he was very loving. And number 3, he had those mannerisms and all that. So that's how you know. That's how you know. Did you know that? Yeah. Yeah, it's totally true. It's totally true. Okay, so Rishi had said to me, just come up here and be funny, and I was thinking about what to do and stuff like that. And so then I thought, there is so much material in putting together this gay Hindu wedding that I thought, all right, well, I'll just tell you guys some funny stories about, not fiction, like fact, about putting this wedding together. Are you guys interested? Okay. I know you would, because, come on. All right. So, okay, let's first of all talk about the Shervanis. And the Shervanis, by the way, for those of you who don't know, are the lovely wedding suits that the grooms are wearing for the wedding. That's what Shervanis are. And what happened is Dan was relaying this story to me that he and Rishi would go to a number of different wedding stores on beautiful Gerrard Street or in beautiful Brampton, where all these wedding stores are. And I know they're just being a little sarcastic there. And so Dan was relaying this story, and he said there was an auntie in one of the wedding stores. By the way, Dan, for some reason, calls every older woman in a wedding store an auntie now. So he was saying that there was an auntie there who said, "Oh, I'm so glad that the two of you are getting married." And Dan said, "Well, thank you very much, thank you very much." And she said, "So which one of you is getting married first?" And Dan said, "Well, no, we're actually getting married together." So she's probably now thinking that they're having some double wedding or something. I don't know. Huh? Save money. Another instance, they were in another wedding store, and another auntie came up to them and said, "Okay, where is the bride? Where is the bride?" And Rishi said, no, there's no bride. We're 2 grooms. And she goes, "Yes, I know that, but where is the bride? Where is the bride?" I mean, people hear and see what they want to see, right? So, anyways. Okay. Do you guys want to hear about how, I hope I'm not going to get in trouble for this one. Okay, but how Glen Abbey didn't want there to be a barat happening. They didn't want to, a brass band. So what happened is, so am I getting in trouble? Okay, good. So what happened is that Uncle had, Vijay Uncle, I call him Uncle, had negotiated several months ago to have a brass band play and to have, the drums playing and all that sort of stuff with the horse. And he thought that everything was okay. And then a couple of weeks ago, the manager at Glen Abbey said, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Agarwal, but we cannot allow you to have a brass band playing. It's just going to be too noisy." So Uncle said, but let me just preface this by saying Uncle is the master negotiator. He is tough. I'm a lawyer and I would hate to go up against him. Okay, so he said, "We were told that you've had Indian weddings here before." And the manager said, "Yes, we have." And he said, Uncle said, "And we were also told that you've had elephants here before as part of Indian wedding. So elephant does not come without dhol and barat, okay?" No, Mr. Agarwal, we've had Indian receptions here. "Oh, so I was lied to. There was never any elephant here." Mr. Agarwal, please try to understand. We have a convention that's going on, a golfers convention going on the same day. "Oh, does that mean you don't have enough service for my guests?" No, it's nothing like that. It's not. No, it's just going to be too noisy. It is not called noise. It is called music, melodious music. It is called music. It is not going to be off and on, off and on, off and on. No, it's just continuous music. Mr. Agarwal, please try to understand. It's very distracting to our golfers. How about if I lower the volume of the brass band from the second to the third tee, where where it's closest to the hall over there? The manager said, and how are you going to do that? I'll find a way. Mr. Agarwal, please, do I have to get my own lawyer? So we know who won that argument because there was a beautiful brass band at the wedding. Yes. Don't mess with the master. Don't mess. Okay. So almost done. Promise. Okay. So perhaps the most challenging thing in putting together this gay Hindu wedding was to find a pandit. And as Uncle was saying, so I would like to just go through all of the pundits who did, I'm going to do it. I'll go through all the pundits who were approached, but I'm no fool and I don't want to get sued, so I'm not going to be naming any names. Okay, so do you guys want to hear about all the pundits? Okay, so pundit number 1 was a woman named Ma, and Ma lives in the United States, and she does gay Hindu weddings, and Rishi approached her by email and said, hey, can you do my wedding? And Ma said, yeah, sure, no problem. And I charged $2,500, and that's a lot, by the way. And there was one more thing. Oh, yeah, Rishi, she asked Rishi if he could fundraise for her temple, and she said that I don't stay at any place less than the Marriott. Okay, Pandit number 2 initially agreed, but then called back and said, I can't do it because my organization will not let me, and if I do it, I'll lose my license, which is a bunch of BS. Pandit number 3 said, I'm sorry, but my morals won't allow it. Pandit number 4 initially agreed, but then had to call back and say, I have to go to my friend's daughter's wedding in Africa. Pandit number 5 said, I can do it, but I can't do 2 important parts of the wedding, and there won't be any fire. So Uncle said, there can't be a Hindu wedding without fire. So that was out. Pandit number 6 initially said he could do it after looking at his calendar, but then a couple of days later emailed back and said, I can't do it. I have to go to India to attend my sister's wedding. Pandit number 7, this is all true, by the way. Pandit number 7 she said she could initially do it, and then she called back and said, oh, I'm spending the day with my kids. Pandit number 8 agreed to do it not knowing it was a gay wedding, and when he found out, he said, I'll get you someone else. And Pandit number 9, who cannot talk English, cannot walk English, doesn't know English, and is not able to officiate the wedding by signing the license, agreed to do it, and he was a fantastic pandit. Thank God. Thank God. And as a backup of a backup, because Uncle is an engineer, he said that he decided to fly in a whole bunch of books, wedding books from India that had all the wedding verses. And he said, quote unquote, if no pandit shows up, then I'll do the damn wedding myself. Okay, almost done. I just want to address the Langdon family for 1 second and say that you guys may be feeling like you're losing a son, and I think you are. I think you are. Dan has become one of the brownest people I know. I mean, he eats Indian food 3 or 4 times a day. He calls every older person an uncle and auntie, regardless of whether Indian or not Indian. And we know who the boss is in this marriage, right? We know who the boss is. If Dan was the boss, then we'd be having, I don't know, some Winnipeg atheist-style wedding. But like this wedding's like right out of Sikandrabad. Okay, but seriously, I hope you enjoyed that. But seriously, Dan and Rishi, I just wanted to say congratulations. What you've done really takes so much courage and grace, and we are so proud of you. and we wish you only the best, many years to come.
Thank you, Neeraj. That was hilarious. Let's give him another round of applause. What a tough act to follow.